Every workplace has people with different career paths. Today we will look directly and honestly into Mikko's and Rihards' stories. We will also discuss about the employer influencing possibilities at Exove. Welcome.
Happy to be here.
Thank you very much.
Rihards, you have a very interesting career path. You have worked Exove twice now.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Could you tell us why did you leave that first time and what made you come back?
I've always been very curious about things, very interested in learning new things, and I have worked at small agencies with just like 4 or 5 people, and then I worked at Exove, which at that point had about 60 people. But I had never experienced something that is bigger or a different context or different projects. So I realized that I need to go somewhere else to learn, to see how things are done and why they're doing things in a different way. Are they doing things in a different way? And that led me to a couple of companies, one that had 20,000 employees and then another one that had 90,000 employees. So very different scale. And which led me to learning a lot of things, and a lot of those things I have now brought back to Exove, and yeah.
What was the reason you came back now? Like you
So,
at different.
The reason I came back was that I was leaving my current company at the time, and I had let know some people that I'm leaving, and that led to a discussion with our CTO here at Exove, and we both realized that, first of all, that there is a role for me here, and that my previous experience with Exove and the things that I have learned while I wasn't at Exove would be of great benefit. So it kind of made sense for me, it made sense for the company, and we agreed on some details, and here I am.
What about Mikko? You then again came to Exove as a trainee, am I
True.
right? Yeah. Tell us shortly, what kind of expectations did you have about Exove before your trainee program and how those expectations met?
Yeah, well, my first point of contact was the official website, and based on what I saw there, I got this impression that Exove is very open and very friendly, and there is this strong sense of community, but also transparency about what Exove is about, because compared to the websites of many other companies that I had looked into, they were oftentimes more vague and misleading about the actual trainee positions. So I didn't quite know what to expect, even though I applied there. So compared to that, I think the original job advertisement and the whole interview process and all of this, it pretty much matched what was my initial expectations. So therefore, I was very happy about the beginning I got as a trainee.
Okay, I think Rihards, you have experience from different companies, so you can tell us how you think Exove differs from another software companies.
First and foremost, I would say that the big difference is flexibility, and even though agile as a word gets thrown around a lot, the company is, I would say, a lot more agile. You can make changes to the company itself. You can if there's something that isn't working like it should be, or you think that something can be done better, it is possible. That would be number one item. And number two, I think, is the people and the culture, meaning that everyone here is very approachable. Everyone here is going to help you, or at least point you in the right direction. So you could go to the CTO's desk, or you could send him a Slack message, and he will direct you to the right place or help you. And we can get things done a lot faster than, say, bigger organizations would.
Well, for both of you, to what extent are you able to change things in Exove? What kind of influencing possibilities do you have?
You can definitely change things, and you can change groundbreaking things. You can change things that have, are at the very core of the company. Things like, let's say we have this role called tech leads, who's it's the person who is responsible for all technical decisions in a project, or most of them anyway. And we are currently redefining that role and what the responsibilities of that role are, because we've noticed that there are things that we can improve about it, and so we are changing a very critical role in the company and changing the responsibilities of that role.
What about Mikko? Do you have any concrete example of some kind of problem you have fixed or you have been able to fix?
Yeah. For example, a few years, maybe 1.5 years back, there was discussion about how we could automate some parts of our system updates to certain websites that we have in our support. I proposed this idea that what if I do an application that does it, which anybody in the company can use, and that would also double as my thesis for my education. And I put the idea out there, and there was instantly some levels of interest about it, and it was approved within the company, and I managed to get it done, and it became something that is still actively used.
Thanks for your both about this conversation. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you.